This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Here's what's ahead this evening. We'll have a delayed edition of Scores and Stuff with Bartelzo's Chuck Gepke. Later on, it's Mater Dei Knights basketball coach Ron Shattuck. Of course, we always have the easy and travel sports flashback on Wednesday. No exception this evening. It features college basketball's Brooke Schulte. But off the very, very top, we go to Centralia or on our roadways or wherever. I know one thing, though. He's on the Tucker Electric guest line. We're going to hook up with Centralia Orphans basketball coach Lee Bennett. Lee, welcome back.
Rip, as I've said before, and I hope to be able to say again, it's always good to get together with you because that means the Orphans are doing well.
You are winning, and you won again last night. You just, well, I realize it was close for half, but in the end, you hammered the Panthers 70-55 at O'Fallon. That's big.
Yeah, it was a good win for us. They've got a couple of really nice guards and then a couple of really good rim runners, and we played offense pretty efficiently and took care of the ball and, made a good many shots. So it was a good night for the Orphans. And
it was a bit tight at the half. You were just leading by 5 at that point, but you cleared some daylight in the third quarter.
Yeah, we did. We had to really shoot well in the second quarter just to get a small lead. They were making shots, but we just kind of pretty methodically and kind of ground at it a little bit. We're able to get I think we had a 20-point lead, or maybe even a little more at one point. I'm not for sure. So it was good and comfortable, in the end, and they never start off that way, Hope you can get there. And we had Jordan and Javon had big games, but Jamie, Brian, and Matt and John all are scoring now, and so that's helped us. It's
been a collective effort. But yes, Jordan Maines, he was a dead eye. He canned 6 trays and 4 in that second stanza. Ended up with 22 markers on the night.
Yeah, he's doing a better job of getting to the rim and getting into that mid range. When they come at him, but he's shot it well all year. We look for him to keep playing well. I have no reason to believe he won't.
That's right. And the same with Javon Williams Jr. in particular, 23 more for him. What a season. Not unexpected, of course, but he's really done super in his swan song.
He's a very unique offensive player.
Yes, he is.
Rip. He's
with his size and all.
Yeah, he's
his build.
It's just when his game's just, it's kind of, it's pretty diverse offensively and what he's able to do. He can rebound and go with it. He can post guys. He can hit perimeter shots. He can create. So he's had a very strong year for us, and hopefully again I think that can continue. And we'll see. I know we're better. We're better now than we were a month ago. And hopefully we can, we've got a little bit more in there. We can still tap into it. Just you fight a little bit, being comfortable and and good enough, and of course you always want to be better. That's the only way. How did you get to this point? Trying to get better. You didn't say good enough at some point. So hopefully we'll have some young men with the character that they can continue to do that.
Well, you want to be better, and of course you want to win conference and so forth. But payday, that's when you really want to be shining when the postseason turn comes. And just a few days ago, you did wrap up another tournament championship. You won over at the Salem Invitational, and you stormed past those Edwardsville Tigers by 23.
We played some good teams over there. Effingham out of the gate, they have a couple guys, but one specifically, Wolf kid, is an outstanding offensive player.
Yeah, I remember him from a year ago.
Yeah, he was only a junior last year. He's his brother, and now he's a junior. And there's another one of them that's a freshman.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess it's a Wolf pack. But anyway, that kid had 34 points on us, every different direction and depth that you can imagine. And of course, Javon had 34 in that game. And and we were up like 20 at half, but it was we shot really well, scored really well, but getting stops on them wasn't easy. And then we played the Rams on Friday night last week in the semifinal, and it was a very hard fought game. They came out and they competed hard as you'd expect, and they're well organized and know what they're trying to accomplish. Our guys did a good job for a hard fought victory, and good job from the made some free throws and that kind of thing. And then the championship game against Edwardsville, it's funny, we kind of keep running into this. 3 of our last 4 games, the other team has a specific guy that has gone for 30 points in the last week. Whether it was Wolf with Effingham, and then the Hodge from O'Fallon last night, and then Saturday, Wcxo was just a really quick guy. It's just a dead-eye shot, and he reads the screen so quickly. The math processes and the angles is really, really good for a high school player, and we did a great job on him. He had 8 points after 3 quarters, and he'd been just lighting the board up.
You did good, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, our guys
well.
had great urgency and competed really hard, and they were excited. They were excited to win that championship. These guys, a lot of these same guys lost a bang game to Edwardsville in the championship last year. So, they were able to get that right this year. They were excited about it as well. They should have been.
You got a real big lift from Matthew Patrick.
Yeah, he's been playing better as the years gone on, and he did a good job for us last year defensively, and he's he can rim run and kind of. Against Edwardsville, he did a really good job of keeping track of some stuff we had gone through, and was really able to react and make some plays, defensively that, convert into some easy offensive opportunities, which those are obviously the best kind, But yeah, he provided a spark in that game for sure.
That's 22 Salem Invitational crowns for the Orphans. Amazing. And 2 of your players garnered all tournament honors. Always love to see that. One, of course, was the most valuable. Yeah, I mean, Javon did a really good job of scoring and rebounding, as he traditionally does, and Jordan had a good tournament. Those guys both saw some gimmick defense, which has really helped get some of the other guys going. As it turned out, it's kind of worked, helped us in that regard. And Jordan did a really good job of kind of just letting it come to him, letting the game come. And John Keeler stepped up and made some, he played within himself, but he made some aggressive plays. And
that's really what we need from John, is to be calculated, but to do what he can do. And he had a. I mean, let's do this, Rip. We don't win that championship without all these guys we're talking about having had a good tournament.
Exactly.
I mean, I think Brian Metzkel had
he had 19 yeah,
against Edwardsville, which was his career high, and Matthew had maybe 14 or something, which was his career high. And Jamie we had 6 guys with double digits last week in that tournament. Jamie and John were the leaders against Mount Vernon, and having double digits. Jamie Long and Jonathan Keeler. So it's, when you're going to play 3 teams that have skilled guys and come out on top, it's not going to be because of one guy or 2 guys. And of course it wasn't. I'll tell you this too, our scout team getting ready for, Mount Vernon was not brand new. Our kids know those guys, how they play and a lot of the things they try to do. But when you try to get ready for Edwardsville, which you never see all year,
true, and
you don't practice for, and then you have 0 days to get ready, you have a run through. Our scout team, which was Kamir El Wathi, a.k.a. Coach Waith, Peyton Long, Hunter Martin, Sean Reed, and Nikhil Johnson did an awesome job of helping those guys get ready to be, organized, to be as smart as they could be, as quick as they could be when they got out there to play. So,
that's what you need. Yeah.
Big props from those guys. They're a big part of the success that we're having right now.
That's great. That's great. And your team now 15-3 overall, 5-0 in the South 7, and you have a big weekend. First to date with Carbondale on Friday night.
Yeah, huge game as far as conference goes down in Carbondale on Friday. Rip, we were able to beat them in a hard-fought game at home early in the year, and now we get to make that trip south. And the Carbondale kids are going to be aggressive. They're going to play hard. They're going to rim run. They're going to basket cut. You know what they're going to do. You just have to go out there and kind of try to match that intensity and be aggressive, going for those rebounds and that kind of thing. And they have the Bean kid, that's a guy that's gone for 30 plus multiple times this year.
I heard about him the other night from a writer down at Carbondale who I think he's going to SIU, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
His dad's actually an assistant coach there, and his brother just graduated from there.
There we go.
So yeah, they're he's a really good player, and then they really like their sophomore class. They have some good players there, and some of those guys are really coming on for them. They had one of the best kids in the league, Kanaya Cree, and I guess he had a freak knee injury getting out of a truck or something, and he's been out he played the last time we played them, but wasn't too long after that, I think. He's been out they've been doing it without him, and he's signed Division I. I don't want to say because I'm not 100% sure where it is. I think I know, but I don't want to put misinformation out there. But he's a really good player, and I guess maybe he won't be back. I'm not sure, but which is a real bummer for a kid on his senior year for sure.
Definitely. And then you end up further south at against Pinckneyville against Marshall County, Kentucky. Actually, that's a day after. What time's that tip off, that shootout game?
Well, that's 5 o'clock, Rip, and we're like you said, we're supposed to play Marshall County, and people have been asking me, and we don't have any information yet on what there's some things that could happen as far as change this or change that, and I just don't have any information, and obviously that ball game is not relative to
Friday's the one you really want.
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about after the events at Marshall County High School yesterday. With the school shooting, that's not that ball game Saturday, whether they want to play, not play, and all that kind of stuff. So we don't have any information on that yet that I could share. So
all right,
we'll get it out there once we know.
Yeah, that sailed past me. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that is true. Bad situation there. So. All right, Lee. Hey, thanks for coming on again. We won't lose your number, all right?
Well,
we'll keep it handy.
Not, because I know when you lost my number, things didn't go well for the orphans.
it's on standby here. So thanks a lot for showing up tonight. Good luck this weekend.
Hey, thanks, Rip. Thanks.
Okay.
Have a great show.
Thank you. Lee Bennett of the Seatown Basketball Orphans. Chuck is coming up, and so is Ron. And the flashback to Stick and Stay on a Wednesday night. This is Talking Sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
If it has been a long time since you've been to the dentist, you need to know you're not alone. For some, past experiences make it impossible to pick up the phone and call. Others are embarrassed because it has been so long. Hi, I'm Dr. Casey Santel, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I believe in listening to our patients and finding workable solutions to problems they have without making them feel guilty or putting them down. Please call me, Dr. Casey Santel, at Breeze Dental Care at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Are you looking for a happy dental home? Dr. Draghi and Dr. Santel are in-network providers with many insurance companies and have what you are looking for. New patients welcome and most emergencies seen immediately. Get back on the right track to good dental health with Breeze Dental Care. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. We're Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. We've heard from Lee Bennett. Later on, it's Ron Shag. And now we're all in sync because we're going to catch up the scores and stuff, which is brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Here we go, off for the Tucker Electric guest line to Trenton and Clinton County Baseball League Hall of Famer. He always makes me say that. Chuck Gepke. Chuck, welcome back.
Thanks, Rip. I really, I appreciate you saying that, but you don't ever have to say that again. That's fine.
Well, I don't know. I just looked over your contract, and it was in there in the fine print.
I hear you.
Hey, we have basically breaking news out of the baseball world. We have 4 new Hall of Famers. Chuck, did you catch a whiff of that?
I did. I think they're all deserving of it.
Chipper Jones,
Chipper, yeah.
Jim Tomei, a Peoria native, Vlad Guerrero, and Trevor Hoffman. When did you play out at Case in Manaus? Man, how old would Tomei be, actually? He'd be high 40s now, maybe?
Well, I think he's probably mid-40s.
Mid-40s?
When did he retire? He might be a little older than that. He might be 47.
I have to check because I just clipped through this really, really fast. But I just remember Smitty, our coach Larry Smith from Kaskaskia College, telling us a story about how he was recruiting Tomei many, many years ago, and he went to Illinois Central in Peoria for maybe just 1 year. I'm not sure how long.
Right. Yeah, I remember Smitty saying that.
He might have been a shortstop even or something.
I know he was an infielder.
Yeah. Boy, he had 612 home runs, something like that. And the most
612, right.
612, yeah, and the most walk-offs, I believe. And and there were some, and he did DH a lot, I get it. So, I mean, there's going to be, but he was, he did play the field, especially first base, for quite a while. Maybe not as long as I think, so, but.
Well, you know, when you get older, it's a little tougher, but you can still hit, you can still play in the American League. I don't have a problem with that.
He could slug, couldn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he's a good hitter.
Goodness. Chipper Jones, I actually always admired this guy, and he might have played 19.
I like him.
Was he right around 19 years for all with the Atlanta Braves?
Something like that. Well, they won a lot of games too when they played.
Oh man,
they were always in the playoffs, so I get it.
Yeah, but he was a really, really good player. Started out as a shortstop. Larry Chipper Jones.
Yep.
He didn't like it when people called him Larry.
No, he had a problem with that. What are you going to do about it? That your parents did that to you. So.
Those parents, what are you going to do? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And again, I'm going by a little memory and what I saw moments ago quickly, but I believe he ended up third on the all-time home run list for a switch hitter.
I think that was correct. Yeah.
Yeah, he was deadly on both sides. That's for sure. Vlad Guerrero, I always enjoyed watching him too. He had a unique style and heck of a right fielder.
It makes you wonder if the guy grew up watching cricket, because he could hit that ball in one bounce if he had to and get a hit out of it. I mean, he could hit it out of the park on one bounce.
like Roberto Clemente.
Exactly. I don't know how you get that guy out.
I really enjoyed it when he played for the Montreal Expos, who I think should still have a baseball team.
I agree.
Vlad Guerrero and the Trevor Hoffman. He just missed last year, and
I think he deserves it as well. He had a lot of saves. Second, so I mean, what are you going to do?
Second to Rivera, huh?
Right.
And just a ton of strikeouts too. So those four going in. Let's see. I don't see McGuire, Bonds, Clemens. I don't have the notes in front of me, but I'm just guessing they came up a little shy.
Yeah, I'd say.
Give me another sleepless night. That's what baseball does to me.
Clemens and Bonds, I think they have like four tries left, and then they got to go through the old man's.
They've already went through 6.
Yeah.
Because it's 10, right, before they get shuffled off?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Okay.
It goes by pretty quick once you retire.
Yes, it does. Speaking of shuffling, I wasn't for this, but they don't ask me. I wasn't exactly on par with the Randall Grichuk trade to Toronto.
Yeah, I'm familiar with your feelings on that. It just didn't work out for me here. I can understand it. I mean, if you look back and say that he was drafted ahead of Mike Trout, well, you can say that about a few other players.
That happens.
Too.
Yes.
It happens. But he just, for whatever reason, I don't know if he didn't get enough time playing, or he just felt like everybody was putting too much pressure on him, and maybe a change will do him good.
I think he'll do well up there. And I'm just looking. I always want the Cardinals to succeed. Don't get me wrong, but why are Harrison Bader, Tyler O'Neill, and Jose Martinez? Why are those three guys such sure things? Even Tommy Pham, he's had one good year in his whole career.
Right, and what's he, 28, 29?
He's a good 29, and Martinez is 28, 10 years in the minors. I mean, I'm all for these guys, and they all did. Pham was their MVP last year. There's no doubt about it, but I've had some people come at me on Twitter. Well, come on, Grichuk wasn't even going to play. I said, Pham wasn't even on the opening day roster. He was nowhere in sight. You never know what's in Piscotty. He was the king of the hill, Piscotty and Grichuk, and now they're both gone. Mags, or Grich, of course. The outfield long jam is no more.
No, 1 or 2 years it seems like, and then people just kind of fade away.
I know it.
They have a good year, like Diaz. He was there.
There's another one. He was an all-star.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see how it.
You look at the guys that are good 270 hitters, hit 20 home runs, and drive in 85 runs every year. That might be the guy you want on your your team every year. I don't know.
And now it's all. I don't. I always love the game, but it's. I don't care for the way it's played. It's all relief anymore.
Yep.
They need. How 5-10 years ago this trade would have never been made. I mean, he's a starter. Grichuk is. He can start on most teams. They trade a starter for a relief pitcher, a middle relief who could. that used to never be done.
No. They were a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Now they put a lot of faith in those guys to get you to your closer, which the Cardinals don't have. So what's the point?
Let's see. It only takes six or seven relief guys a game to close one off anymore.
Yeah, they're just
that's pathetic.
Bullpen by committee. The whole staff is just whoever wants to start.
Gertie's going to be busy as that bullpen coach.
Yep, he's going to have a lot of fun.
Get up again. Get up. You're next. Come on, get roll. You're pitching every day.
I didn't tell you to sit down.
Our starters only go 3 or 4. You know that. Come on. Anyway, I love the Marcell Ozuna trade. How could you not? But then
Yes.
don't necessarily expect him to get. That was his career year last year too. He's a good player. But I mean, 37 and 124. You don't do that every season.
No. But the park is a little bit more friendly in St. Louis. It's not the friendliest ballpark around, but it's better than Miami, I believe.
And they don't have that ugly. Bush doesn't have that ugly piece of whatever it is in center field.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm with Derek Jeter on. They need to get rid of it. It must cost $1 million or something.
Yeah, well,
who tricked him on that?
$1 million anything anymore to those teams? It isn't.
Guess not, because nobody goes to their game.
Put $60 million into a stadium, and they get in trouble for it. And the guy puts some whatever the hell it is in center field, like the Astros did. It just makes you wonder what people think about once in a while.
I'm old enough though to remember Forbes Field when they had that very same situation. They used to put their batting cage out in center field in front of the wall. It was 440 feet away or whatever.
Yeah, nobody can hit it that far.
No. Rarely.
Right,
We have all kinds of free agents, and nobody's getting any bites on them. What's going on, man? Is it the Bryce Harper effect? I'm becoming more and more that it's becoming a huge cog in that situation. Waiting for him to become a free agent at the end of the year. Bryce Harper.
There's a lot of
Machado.
people that got some money out there. They're waiting, I guess. I don't know.
I do too, because they don't want to pay that luxury tax for
Yep.
They're going to try and get these guys for as few as years as possible, and therefore as few millions as possible. And
this could be a good sleeper year for a team that nobody's got in sight, and they can sneak up on somebody and win it without being in the radar. Never know.
How about the Brewers?
Yeah, that's possible.
Especially if they would collect Darvish or somehow Arrieta, Lynn. Why don't the Cardinals have Lance Lynn on their team?
He pissed somebody off there. I don't understand.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
I don't know.
He can make me as mad as he wanted to. He can pitch.
Yeah, he can.
Just give him the ball and shut up and go.
Exactly. Don't give me none of that crap. I'm going to go out there another inning.
I tell you what, he posted some really good numbers for the Cardinals, up there with some of the best in the short time he was there.
I just don't understand it. They're looking at all these other guys. I'm like, well, you got a guy right there to price
I know.
time, with you.
I believe you're like me a lot with it. Keep the guy keep your own.
There's something there that we don't know, I'm sure.
Well, now I'm sure he's stubborn as I would be and you would be. No, I'm not going back to you now if you ask me.
I agree, yeah. You're going to treat me like that.
The Jack Clark effect.
Yeah, right.
Alex Rodriguez will be in the Sunday night booth. I see from my why does this guy continue to be rewarded by baseball after what he did to baseball?
I don't know. It's another reason not to watch Sunday night baseball. If the Cardinals are on, maybe.
I hate Sunday night baseball, period. Baseball should never be played on Sunday night.
No,
never, ever, ever.
Sunday afternoon is the way it should be. I agree. It's all about money, again, ratings.
Well, of course.
TV money, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I never cared for the Sunday night games at all. It just isn't baseball.
I'm the same way with football. Who cares?
Well, that's where I went with football, period. In the NFL,
Yeah.
we'll dial that up in a bit, I guess. The Blues, they had a bounce back win. Everything's okay, man. It was just one loss. I guess they look. I guess it looked terrible. Were you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I left it 5 minutes into the second period. I said, there is no way I'm watching any more of this.
At what time was it 5-0? Then, shortly before that, or?
No, after they scored the fifth goal, it was like 5 minutes into the second, and I said,
that's what I mean. That's when they collected their fifth.
Yeah. I didn't see any Blues goals. So
no, you didn't.
It was 5-0 when we left. I said, well, it's going to be easy walking out of here because nobody else is leaving yet.
I don't know why, but I just had a feeling you were there. Saturday Night Chuck.
Oh, God.
Well, they won last night, though, 3-0. And Hutton, after a little clunker the other night, but I understand, I didn't see, he wasn't exactly protected too well from what I hear. He comes back to last night, and he's pretty much been on fire for him right now.
Yeah.
Last 10 games, whatever.
Allen did a good job in the playoffs last year, but what has he done, besides that?
He had that stretch last year around this time, too.
Yeah, I know. I think you just got to reset the clock and start over again. I hope for the Blues' sake he plays well. But,
oh, yes.
Whatever.
Hit the reset button, huh, Chuck?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Tell me he doesn't get paid for the next 5 games if he doesn't play well. I wish that could happen.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I really do. The Illini basketball team is way below disappointing.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd be very good, but to be 0-8 now in conference play, come on.
Missouri's got to feel bad about that game.
That's the only, if you want to count, and the Tigers are pretty, and they'd be really good, of course, with points. That's the only good team, or in quotes, good team that Illinois beat, hasn't it?
Right.
Isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they're one player short again.
Well, they get another. They get challenged by Indiana tonight, and they're not spectacular, but at least they're above the 500 mark. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
This Trae Young guy's pretty good at Oklahoma. I saw a little bit of him last night against Kansas, and last night he hardly shot the ball. Took 8-9 shots after taking 39 in the game before. He still scored 26 points.
All right, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's
How
nothing
do you know
wrong.
you're going to score if you don't shoot it?
I don't know how he racked up that. He got fouled a bunch, that's for sure. Let's see, Chuck. Duke has the top 3 players in the country, high school players. They've recruited the top 3 according to ESPN 100.
There's a shocker. Do you just tell somebody you're from Duke and you're on the basketball program, they're going to say, oh, my God, I want to play for you. I mean, how easy is it?
LeBron James, he didn't do no college stuff. He's over 30,000 points. Love him or hate him. Love the NBA or hate it, whatever. That is still a remarkable feat. He's the youngest ever. He's not the quickest to get there, but he's the youngest. Only, 7 others or 7 total?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's seven total have done it.
No doubt.
Now, who would be your favorite among this group? Kareem Abdul, he's Lou Alcindor as far as I'm concerned still. Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Jordan, Wilt, Nowitzki. I lean toward Wilt as my definite favor among all of those.
Well, I mean, I watched Jordan. I watched Dr. J. I like.
Oh, yeah. I just among the ones who scored 30,000 or more.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But Michael Jordan. I almost got to go with him.
Yeah, you go outside that group. Pistol Pete's my all-time favorite. Forever.
Oh yeah.
Forever, never. Your Raiders, I don't know how close you are to them this year. Not the Raiders, the Patriots. Ho-hum, they're in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah. Getting old. I say that tongue-in-cheek. You know how it is.
Well, I haven't watched any of it except highlights, accidentally.
I just listen to people bitch about, them getting the calls, and, it is what it is. I don't think the NFL likes the Patriots, as you can kind of tell from their past history with them, but everybody seems to think that there's a conspiracy to have the Patriots win every year, which they're good. They're good every year, and it goes
I'm not saying any,
along with it.
I didn't watch it, and I'm not saying any hanky-panky went on, but I know one thing. They certainly were glad that it wasn't Jacksonville against Minnesota, which I was rooting for to get the dimmest possible ratings.
Oh, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. I'd like to see the Vikings, in it. That would have been fun to.
That is pretty amazing. No host team has ever made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. And the Vikings are, snake bitten when it comes to the playoffs most of the time, except for that game against the who did they beat? Oh, New Orleans.
Beat those.
They've had a tough playoffs, but I don't know.
They'll be back to normal next year. Everything went right for them, which is normal. Case Keenum and Bradford, they'll both be on different teams. They might be without all 3 of their quarterbacks.
Bradford he's just living a good life. That's all he
is living a great.
He just gets paid to sit there anymore. It's
just spectacular. You can't draw it up any better.
No, I don't know how you do it.
$50 million bonus, huh?
Yeah, nice.
I just would have quit right then. He would have had a better career.
Yeah, right. But he's not going to make the Hall of Fame, really. At this point, what's he in it for? I mean, he's got plenty of money. Just get out. Enjoy it.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Chuck. Anything else? Any parting shot here? Everything all right in Bartelzo?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Normally, there's nothing ever bad happens there that I know of anyway.
No. We're similar over in Hoffman. I'll probably see some of the Bartelzo crew over at Kaskaskia tonight as Logan Corman and the Blue Devils.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to them. I hope they kick some butt.
He's playing very well.
Yeah. I'd heard that he was doing a pretty good job for him.
Yep, and he'll be playing somewhere next year.
He's pretty smooth, so that's good for him.
He really bulked up a lot though too, and he's still got his quickness and all. But it really hit me when I saw him for the first time this late fall out there. Man, he's bulked up. Which you need in that JUCO. I tell you,
heck
it's physical.
Yeah, well, they'll beat you to death in there.
They will. It's tough in the crowd once in a while too. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
Depending on where you sit. Big Arm Company, my goodness.
I know. You got to be careful there.
Yeah, got to take a hit. All right, Chuck. Thanks a bunch, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. All right, take it easy.
That's Chuck Gepke on Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. Be sure and look them up for 24-hour towing and collision repair. We've got to ice another break, and then we're back with the flashback.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmers State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hello once again, everybody. Or for the first time, if you just happened to join us, if you just did chip in here, you missed Chuck Gepke on Scores and Stuff. And before him, Centralia Orphans basketball coach Lee Bennett. Coming up again, just around the bend, it's Mater Dei Knights hoops coach Ron Shadig. Before all of that, on the noggin, it is 6:38. Set your watch. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's dig in to the sports flashback.
It's flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the EZN Travel Sports Flashback. Escape to paradise with EZN Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
This is from March 29th of 2017. She's from Germantown, Clinton County, Mater Dei, and of course the DePaul Blue Demons. It's Blue Demons basketball star Brooke Schulte on the finality of her collegiate career. Playing such a talented team like Miss State on their home floor, that's not an easy task for anybody, is it?
No, definitely not. And just the crowd that was there, it was a gym packed full, and it was an amazing experience to be able to play in front of that many people. Obviously, they're not cheering for us, but
that's all right.
It was a loud gym, and it was crazy. It's definitely an amazing experience, and I was sad to see it end.
Sure, no doubt about that. You were also there for a matchup with UNI, Northern Iowa, a couple of days earlier, and you picked up a nice victory over them. You rubbed them 88-67.
Yeah, that was definitely a good first round game, and we came in confident. And definitely, the past 5 years I've been here, we've made it to the tournament. So, having been veterans in the tournament, it's definitely nice to go into your first game and feel confident and get that nice win over them and get some momentum for the second round game.
Yeah, that is really something. And I believe 15 in a row for the DePaul Blue Demons, isn't it, as far as NCAA tournament appearances?
Yes.
That's great. And, but all 4 years you were there, and 5 with that red shirt. You also won a 4th straight Big East regular season championship. That's another trick that's not easily done. Yeah,
definitely. Regular season is a marathon. It's hard to play teams. We play teams twice, and you just have to be ready for what they have to throw at you. And the Big East is filled with great teams that on any given day can beat anybody, and it's always a challenge.
A Shell expert is underwater to demonstrate the importance of protection. My partner will play your engine, menaced by performance-robbing gunk, and playing the engine gunk, 3 man-eating sharks. Don't worry, folks. His shark cage represents Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines. Release the sharks! All 3 grades of Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines act as a barrier that helps shield and protect critical engine parts. So go ahead, folks. Protect your engine with Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
Fill up at your area clean and convenient CC Food Mart locations. Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here. Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
What? Is this real? Hey, yo, sir. Do you know what I'm about to pay for gasoline?
With the Fuel Rewards Network program, you won't believe how much less you can pay for your fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Look at that.
Just shop through fuelrewards.com and dine at participating restaurants to earn rewards. Then, use your Fuel Rewards Network card at Shell and save. Want to pay less for fuel? Sign up free at fuelrewards.com. Restrictions apply. Limit 20 gallons per purchase per vehicle. For information on rewards expiration and other details, see fuelrewards.com.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello, sports fans. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio, and I want to let you in on a little secret. We need to get this out there. Dine Chevrolet. It's all about Dine Chevrolet in Trenton. I'm telling you, they've got your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV for you at the right price. And all the pre-owned vehicles pass a thorough inspection. You don't have to worry about nothing. Most of them come with Dine's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty at no cost to you. So just look up your consultant for all the details. Dine Chevrolet, they've got a friendly, no-pressure staff. We've got Dwayne, Nikki, Dave, Nathan. Check them out. Give them a call at 224-9200, 224-9200. Dine Chevrolet, it's the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Shop or schedule service, too, at dinechevrolet.com. In the next chapter of Talking Sports, we have Ron Shattuck coming up Saturday morning. Man, I've been on the ball. We're all set. Brian Dinkelman, Pro Baseball's Dink on Scores and Stuff, followed by basketball coaches Andy Palmer of Carlisle High and from Christar Rock, Steve Britt, and making her Talking Sports debut Monday night. Yeah, from that Salem Lady Cats team, one of those expansion school. No, she's a good coach, good gal, Megan Kessler. She'll be with us for the initial time on Monday night. But Palmer, Britt, and Dink, not necessarily in that order, comes Saturday morning. One more bust out for some important commercials. Then it's Ron Shattuck on Talking Sports.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back inside, everybody. Rip here inside the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday night. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6 to 7. Saturday mornings, 9 until 10 o'clock. Let's tame the Tucker Electric guest line for another stroke tonight, and this time for Breeze Modern Day Knights basketball coach Ron Shadig. Ron, welcome back.
Thanks, Rip.
And you are just like Coach Bennett. Earlier in the show, you hit the airwaves as a winner. You romped past the Madison Trojans 73-42 last night.
Yeah, finally got to 500, 10-10. So actually we played pretty well last night. And playing a little bit better as we're going here, but still having a little bit of a breakdown occasionally, a little with some consistency, but played pretty well last night against Madison, who's a good team. You know, they got some pretty good athletes, some pretty good players, but we played well, so that's a good thing.
You know, I didn't realize, of course, you are right, but I thought you had been at the 500 mark at one point during the season, even if it might have been briefly, but no, this is it, huh? 10 up and 10 down.
Yeah, 10 up, 10 down with I think about 8 to go, 8 tough ones at that. So, hopefully we can manage, a handful of wins, the rest of the season and kind of set ourselves up for the regionals a little bit, with a decent seed at some point. So
you were out in front by 11 after the first, and you never really let up on the gas last evening. Lucas Tysing provided 14, Devin Rensing 22, and I'm sure a lot of the reserves saw some good time for themselves too out on the court.
Yeah, we got some good minutes out of Jason Kirkemeyer last night. We took him out of the lineup a while back and inserted him again last night as a starter, and he played extremely well. And Devin and Lucas, they've been shooting the ball well as of late. With they've been probably the two most consistent players we've had all season long, and they just got to maintain and hang on for another third of the season and keep us going and try to get above and stay above that 500 mark, with some good games coming up.
But Jason at 6'5", man, he could be an important player, an important cog for you.
Yeah, and that's something that we've missed, throughout the season is a post presence. We talked about it the other day with him, and, he said sitting out for a while, he kind of saw some things sitting, and he was ready to go and made some adjustments. And he was 5 for 5 last night, 3 rebounds. And so, we're pleased with that. We got to have some inside play down the stretch here to be successful, and we just can't rely on outside shooters and outside shots consistently. But Jason certainly, if he can step up and keep that going, I think we'll have a decent opportunity to do some good things here down the road.
You were 10-10, courtesy of 3 victories in your last 4 outings. The only L came in the Nashville Invitational to the host Hornets in that title game.
Yeah, championship night. We just didn't play well. And as a chance, not sitting at 9-10 at that point, or 8-9 at that point. Winning the championship to get 500. But I don't know. We just came out a little bit flat. We played really well Friday night against Mascoutah. Felt pretty good going into Saturday, but Nashville style of play kind of slowed us down a little bit, and we didn't make shots early on. We gave up some big shots early. Probably shouldn't have played them as it started off in a zone against them as well as they shoot it. But we thought if we could guard their two better shooters, we might have a pretty good chance. But even though we were in that situation, the Boltman and Parker kid, they made some shots and got them going early, jumped out 10-0 lead, and that kind of hurt us a little bit. And when you play a team like that with their style, when you get down 10, it's like you're down 30. But we moved on from that, played well last night, so we're hoping we can keep some momentum and keep playing well here for a couple games in a row.
It's amazing how that game that was a complete 180 from the first time you met. That was at the Modern Day tournament, wasn't it?
Yes, yep, it was. We beat them. That was 42-39, and they scored 33 points the night before against Central.
True.
And, we gave them 30 points in the first half. So we just seemed a little bit flat, and I don't want to say we weren't ready to play, but we certainly could have had a little bit more energy and enthusiasm and spirit about ourselves, playing for a championship. But but then that was last week. We're into this week, and we're feeling good after last night's win, and tough one coming up Friday, and we're concentrating on that, and hopefully, hostile environment at two topless, we can go in there and get us a win.
And I do want to give kudos though to Devin and Lucas, who are all tournament picks, and wow, they've both had just tremendous seasons, haven't they? And Lucas,
yes.
He's leading in all kinds of categories, but Devin is right there too, and he's canned a lot of trays.
Yeah, he's been very consistent as of late. He's right at 10 points a game, 10.5 a game. Lucas is at 12.5 a game. Those are our two leading scorers. And I think Devin has made maybe shooting about 40% from the 3-point line. I think he's about 40 for 100 actually, right on the dot. And that's pretty good percentage shooting out there. So if he can make perimeter shots, we've been saying this all year long. If we can make perimeter shots, and then now if Jason can continue and maintain and play good in the post, to give us a little bit of presence on the inside. I think we might make some strides here down the stretch, and we just got to improve a little bit, make a few adjustments, and anybody can beat us. We can beat anybody on any given night, I think, in our region. So we're looking forward to the rest, this last 8 games and the postseason play coming up. So,
Boys, something to be said for that senior leadership too. And the better they play, probably the better that's going to be as well. And Tyson, though, man, he just hurts the opposition in so many ways. I mean, he dishes out so many assists and grabs those boards. I think Blake Gepke's right there with him in the rebounding category, isn't he?
Yeah, they both average about four a game. I think Lucas is right around 4.5. Blake's right around 4. But Lucas is so athletic, and he hurts you. He can shoot. He's made some 3-pointers this year. He can drive to the basket. He's been rebounding well, and he delivers and makes plays with the ball in his hands. So, he's not a selfish player at all. He's a team player, senior guy. He's been one of our leaders all year long. And Blake played, I thought he played a very good game on Friday night against Mascoutah. And he actually had a real solid tournament as well over there at Nashville. So, he's pretty consistent as well. We'd like to have a little bit more scoring out of him in the entire season, but a 6'2" post player, I think we got his best, what he could offer for most part the entire season. But if we can get 2 or 3 more baskets out of him per game here, the latter half of the season, I think I like our chances to maybe get an upset or 2 down the road here.
I don't think you can ever doubt his effort, though, can you?
No, you can't. He plays extremely hard, and that's something I think all of our kids do. They all play hard. We're not. We got some deficiencies, and everybody knows that we play. But our effort and how hard they work, that's kept us in a lot of basketball games this year. That's kept us in games and given us a chance on some of the games we've won, and it's given us a chance on some of the games we haven't won. We really haven't been blown out the entire season. All the games have been, 6 to 8 point games, and then, have to foul towards the end and it bumps it up to 10 or 12. But, for the most part, we tell them all the time, you play hard. That's half the battle. Now it's just a matter of making a few shots, getting some rebounds and getting some stops and, putting a full package together. But, we've got some great kids. We're pleased with what they've done all year. Obviously our record's 10-10. You'd like that to be better, but, you'd never tell it in our practices and when we're playing games that we're 10-10, because our kids are, they just got good energy about them yet. And that's a positive for us.
Did you have a quiet, kind of a light workout today, or how'd you go about that, Ron?
No, we actually got after a little bit today. We got 2 topless on Friday, so you got to prepare for that physicality, that toughness, and that's kind of how we tried to practice today. And good spirit in there, and I think we're they're excited about going down there Friday. It's a tough place to play, and 2 topless is extremely good basketball team, well coached. So hopefully we can get down there and do what we do and do it well, and just have a chance to be in the game and win at the end. And I think our kids are looking forward to the challenge, really.
The Shoes fans will pack the place, too. And then you're at Pinckneyville for the shootout like the Orphans are, and your test comes against the Marion Wildcats.
Yes, another one that's going to be a difficult challenge for us. We got a pretty nice player in that 6'5". I think it's Connor. I'm not sure of his name, but he's a pretty good player. And he's got a good supporting cast around him. So, we've got no easy ones left, to be honest with you. We got 2 topless and then Marion, and then, jump into Central. So, there's no easy ones left on our schedule, and it's been that way the entire season. Our kids understand that. They know that. And, it's a challenge, and it's hard, and it's tough. And we just got to grind and grit it out a little bit here down the stretch here and find a way to get a couple more wins.
Hey, they're all challenges. They'll make you'll battle tested even more for that second season.
Right. Absolutely. And that's been the entire season. Every game's been a tough one. There's been no gimmies on the schedule for the most part. And I guess, you like to keep telling ourselves it's going to help us down the stretch. It's going to help us get better. And, you can see the different stages of the season, that we've made some steps forward. We've made some progression, each 6 or 7 games, and hopefully we can continue to make progress and cause some people some problems, and see what happens.
All right, Ron. Well, have a good practice yet tomorrow night, and then go get T-Town and also Marion. It's going to be a cluster weekend for sure, but hopefully you'll come out on top and improve your play for sure.
Right, I hope so. We play 6:15 JV start Friday night at 2 topless, so we'll be getting back late Friday night, and then Saturday at Pinckneyville against Marion. That's always a great event. They got 9 games scheduled. We've got the 6:30 game. Initially we were at 5:30, but they added another game not too long ago, so it pushed us back to 6:30. So we should get a chance to see Centralia play right before us against Marshall County, and then Pinckneyville and Althoff plays after us. So 3 pretty good basketball games there for some Southern Illinois basketball fans.
Everybody wants to play down there. Okay, go get them, Ron. We'll get back to you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Ron Shattuck of the Modern Day Basketball Knights. Our thanks to him, and also to Lee Bennett from the Centralia Orphans. And Chuck Gepke was wedged in there too for scores and stuff. The Hall of Famer, of course, spotless again, 100%. What else? So, Saturday morning, we'll be back between 9 and 10. Chrysler Rock basketball coach Steve Britt will be on the airwaves with us, as will Carlisle Indians coach Andy Palmer. And from pro baseball, Forrest Gordon. We'll touch a little bit on his coaching career with the Twins, because, man, he's leaving for Florida soon. But Centralia, actually Irvington native, Centralia grad, McKendree grad, Brian Dinkman, he'll gather around the Talkin' Sports mic for a while as well. That is gonna do it. Thanks for listening again. We'll see you Saturday morning between, of course, we have a great trivia prize too. I think Wally's is going to sneak in. We'll see you Saturday morning between 9 and 10 on Talkin' Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.